Well, folks, I recently found myself in an unfortunately all too familiar situation. I was consulting into a company that had gotten in touch with me with regards to their sales strategy, and their sales performance. They are a good company. They've got a track record. They've been around for a good 40 or 50 years. Not the biggest company in the world, but definitely a nice track record. Great product. Really outstanding product in my opinion. And a sales team of around about 10 folk. And they are spending $1,000 a month on an automated lead generation system. It is a 7-email triple opt-in automated process that produces at the end of it hot leads, which are then handed out to the salespeople to get in touch with. Apart from the $1,000 a month that they are paying for the lead gen, they needed to ask 2 other people in the business who had other responsibilities, but they added extra responsibilities on these people to come up with artwork and with content to continuously advertise to get this funnel operational for them. So I kind of had a look at that and said, okay, on a part-time basis, if they had to employ someone to do that, the artwork and the content, they'd conservatively be looking around about $4,000 a month on a part-time basis. And so that means in total, they're spending, there's the $4,000, there's the $1,000 for the lead gen system. They're spending $5,000 a month. So that's $60K a year in order to hand their salespeople hot leads. And so you're probably scratching your head right now going, why was Brad there? And the shocking news is, folks, that they had missed their target the previous year by 10%. So they were short the previous year. And in the current sales year, they needed 4 months of consecutive record-breaking months in order to hit their target for this year. And they hadn't increased the target from last year because they had fell 10% short. They decided not to increase their targets this year. They were going to have 4 months, back-to-back record-breaking months in order to hit that target this year. Basically, folks, I stood there and just listened to money go down the toilet. It was just quite a devastating situation for me. So a couple of questions do kind of spring to mind. I mean, number one, one's got to have a look at the artwork, one's got to have a look at the content, which I think was excellent. The 2 people that they chose were the right people to do that excellent stuff. Were the salespeople handling those hot leads in the best fashion? And I'm going to say they weren't handling them badly. I felt that they needed a little bit of training. The one big issue was that they were incredibly lazy. And I'm not going to share the company name, so you don't know who it is, but I was happy to share this feedback directly to the company. Your salespeople, more than anything else, are lazy, which is a difficult feedback to hear when 60K a year is going down the drain. But they were still running the system of a triple opt-in automated lead gen thing, and yet we're still running very, very low on business. We're still running short. So a couple of stats that I want to throw in at this point, and you can go read these on topo.com. You can go and read up on some of these on WordPress, on HubSpot. I get quite a lot of information from spotio.com. Feel free to go and check out these sites. But generally, it's accepted that on email campaigns, 23 to 28% of sales emails are even opened. So already your reach out is only getting a 1 in 3 chance of getting through. Now, I do understand why we go for email. I have, as part of my business, an automated opt-in lead gen system that is based on emails, but it's not my only source of business. I understand why people do it. We can hit a lot of people with, very, very inexpensively. The big challenge with it, though, is when people start to get emails stalked, they remember that brand. And should you happen to cross paths with that business or with that individual in time to come, their impression of you is already that you are a sales stalker and they're not that keen to do business with you. But anyway, 23 to 28% of sales emails are even opened. Across All verticals, the average opt-in rate is only about 1.9%, 1.95%, so it's not very, very high. And although you won't find actual statistics on this, anecdotally and people that I've spoken to, you can generally expect to close 1% of 1%. That's a minute closing ratio. I think it's 0.01 or 0.1% closing ratio on all those emails that went out. But as I say, I do understand why people do that. I have to say that I'm not against it. I think that is fantastic to have that as part of your arsenal, but you should be doing other things. What I am against is a smallish company investing 60K a year and not getting the returns from hot leads that are being generated. That for me blitzes my mind, and it definitely blitzes my mind when there is an unbelievable second option that is available. Bearing those stats in mind, this is an option that gets you 100% of sales emails opened. 100% of sales emails opened. Of those opened emails, 90% will grant an appointment to the representative that's trying to get through there, the salesperson. 90% will get to a fact finder, and whether that's telephonic or Zoom or face-to-face doesn't make a difference, but 90% of those emails lead to an opportunity to do a fact finder. And the thing that is unbelievable, folks, is that we are talking about closed business, 60 to 70%. 60 to 70% versus 1% of 1%. And I want to get you ready, folks. I am so excited about it because this system is taking the marketplace by storm. And we are not just talking a specific industry. This is industry agnostic, but it's a system that works and that people who are taking it are 2x, 3x, and 10xing their business. I've got 3 clients right now who in the midst of COVID have had record-breaking sales years because they have used this option that I want to share with you right now. I hope you got your pen and paper out because I'm going to tell you what the option is. And it is referral business. For a lot of you, that's going to be a little bit of a letdown because you were told about referrals a while back. But folks, let's have a look at some of the stats around referral business. Specifically with regards to C-suite and executives, which you're going to be wanting to speak to those people if you're wanting to close significant business, but 73% of executives will only work with people that have been referred to them, referral business. You're not just going to walk into a CEO's office because you've written a catchy automated email. Referral, you've got a chance of getting in there. Salespeople who use referrals generally earn 4 to 5 times salespeople who don't. 4 to 5 times. Think about 4xing your business or 5xing your business. Referral business will do that for you. 92% of clients that were surveyed said that they were happy to speak to a referral that had come from someone that they trusted. They tended to trust the salesperson who'd been referred quicker than if it was a cold call. 91% of customers surveyed said they were very happy to provide referrals, and yet only 10% of salespeople even bothered to ask. These are unbelievable stats which you can get from the Brevet Group and from Spot.io. Companies that have put a referral process in place or have trained their agents around referral business and measure it correctly over a 2-year period outperform other companies by 86%. I mean, the numbers are telephone numbers, they're huge. And then the final stat that I'd like to put in is that the lifetime value of a client that came through a referral is generally around 16 to 17% greater than a cold call that comes in. Oh man, and I think I forgot to mention the greatest benefit of referrals. It is absolutely free. It is absolutely free. Now, if you're hearing all of this and going, this is all too good to be true, folks, it is. Folks, it is. If you are interested in boosting your business and learning more about referral business and how best to ask for referrals, I'd love to share with you a 4-step process. We're talking about a 2-minute conversation that'll get you 2 to 3 names every single time. And then there's a little steroid that we attach on the back of that. And what you end up having is not just a hot lead. You end up having a hot lead that is actually expecting your phone call. I mean, how much better do we have to make it than that? A hot lead that is waiting for your call. If you're interested in learning about how I recommend to go for referral business and you want to learn about my steroid, then why don't you give me a call, get in touch, and we can have a chat, or you can jump onto 4pillarsofsales.com and go and check out my 4 Pillars of Sales program. I guarantee you that if you put it into practice, referral business will massively change your business. There is no business like referral business, folks, and it's easy. You can do this. Easy peasy. Go for it.